Hello and welcome to this video where we are going to be animating clips using keyframes. Now, if you have watched video number 4, you have seen how we could add text like this and we can be able to add animations to it by simply clicking on animation. After clicking on the text clip, animation on the tools, which is those here, and we can be able to select an animation like the typing
What
console.
I want to talk about is so important.
And good, our text can animate. Right now I'm going to show you. I'll just click on that, click on animation again, and I remove. So right now I'm going to show you a different method of animation which takes our game even higher. So remember, you can be able to as well animate a video clip by clicking on the video and you take animation, then you choose any animation, for instance this.
What I want to
Right, so we don't want to use the default animations, but we want to be able to animate using keyframes. What is an animation? An animation is simply a motion effect that you create. Okay, so I'll go to a section of my video. Between this clip and this, I split it and created a cord in order to zoom in to this position. You can actually create this without splitting your clip. So now what I did was, at this point I splitted the clip, and this other clip in the middle I had to zoom. So if I click on it, original, it was like this. So if I bring it back to the original position, there will be no difference between the two. The only difference between the two that I'm noticing is the colors, because I added some special colors here, and you can see it's difference if you look that clearly. See, the colors are not the same. This one is better. Okay, so I can be able to click on this and I zoom inside, and if the video plays, it will be a jump cut that zooms inside. So that's it.
your phone is going to run down.
And of course, if you have been creating videos, you know that points like this are good for you to be able to display emotions where you cut into the face of the person who is talking. Right, so we are going to be able to achieve something like this without actually splitting the clip, but rather using keyframes. So what is a keyframe? A keyframe is just a function that helps you to move the position of an object. So you define the initial position and you define the final position within a time. It could be measured in seconds, and then it's going to move from the initial position to the final position. So you have two keyframes and there's a distance between them, so the object is going to move between that distance. Now I'm going to explain this first using the text, which is simpler to understand that way. Okay, so I'll click on this text, and this is our keyframe option just here, where you have this key plus and diamond. So if I click on the keyframe, maybe go towards almost the beginning of the text, I click on keyframe. Okay, so I can move wherever I want the next keyframe to be. Then I manipulate that object. Like if I take this object up, you see that a second keyframe appears, right? Good. So now we have two keyframes, this and this, this and this. You can add another text here. You can add thoughtful. Okay, so this is thoughtful. You can manipulate the size and the color and everything, and you allow them move separately. This is not an ideal project that you would work on, but I just want to show you how you can be able to achieve this. So it moves like this. Okay, so that is it. So both text can be moving on the scene at the same time.
What I want to talk about is so important because
okay, so you can have several things moving. Okay, this is just a sample. It's totally unrealistic for any project, right? Let's go to the video and be able to apply this same technique to zoom in and out of our clip without splitting. So this is our video, as you can see. Okay, so let me first of all decide where to zoom. So I just want to zoom here, so I'll add a keyframe here, keyframe. So at this point, what do I want to do? I want to zoom into the face of the subject. So I'm going to click on the video clip on the canvas with my 2 fingers and I zoom. So you're going to observe that it's going to be a slow zoom in. So let's watch.
What device you're using to be able to watch this video. So I am introducing a...
Okay, so you see that, right? And of course you can click back there and you can delete the keyframe, or you can edit the keyframe. So I'll put it back and I'll zoom again. Okay, so after zooming in, what next?
So I am introducing a power...
After zooming in, ideally you have to zoom out.
So I am introducing...
Okay, so in most cases you want to zoom out faster than how you zoomed in. So you can see the distance between this keyframe and this is very wide, but now I can just add a keyframe here which is very close, and at this point I'll simply take my video back and it adds a keyframe automatically. Take my video back to the original position. Take note of these blue lines around your canvas to make sure that it fits to the screen. Okay, so now it's going to zoom in and then zoom out back. Observe everything from here.
Whatever device you're using to be able to watch this video. So I am introducing a power bank that can be able...
Perfect. So you can apply keyframes to zoom any direction. You may want to pan right, pan left. In some videos, you may pan left in order to display something. For instance, let's say that our video is plain. Since this is a portrait video, we may want to instead pan up to display something under. So let's do that. So I'll click on the video again. Now the video is playing. So at this point I want to pan up. So I'm going to simply click on the video because there is a previous keyframe. You don't need to add another keyframe again. I'll take the video up. So I've panned up, and then I can display something at the bottom. Like I can display a text. I can display a text here. Text. So this is our text. Whatever I want to display. So see how the video is going to pan up.
A power bank that can be...
So maybe this could just be the word power bank for the sample advert we created. That is too big. We have to reduce it. Maybe put on 2 lines. Okay. Reduce here. Rotate. Okay, so let's see that.
Whatever device you're using to be able
That's
to watch this
zooming
video.
in.
So I am introducing
Zoom out back.
a power bank
Pan
that can
up.
be able to...
Okay, so after panning up, at this point it's supposed to pan back down. Remember I said ideally you are panning left and right, but since this is a portrait video, it's not proper to pan left and right. So make sure you follow the blue lines to position your video. I'm not doing it perfectly, but I just have to move on. Okay.
So I am introducing a power bank that can be able to...
Okay, I think this keyframe is in the wrong position. So a power bank, and then from there it should not move down slowly. It could just cut, but you get the idea. We can be able to adjust it. Keyframes help us to be able to create very smooth motion graphics, like you see the video moving up and moving down, and you can be able to use this in a lot. Sometimes you may want to move a video from a position to a different position, and you just create your keyframe and you move the video, and the keyframe takes position. You may want to just make this video smaller, and then you put an object by the side. In some video projects, there could be a wider video playing behind and a talking head of the subject just by the side, probably a round talking head, not this rectangle that you see here. In the next tutorial, we're going to see how to blend 2 videos like this put one behind and in front, layer in any way that you want. You can blend a video and a clip, and you can be able to apply the masking effect. See you in the next video.